Hello dear students, based on the valence bond theory, let us discuss about the geometry and magnetic property of hexaamine cobalt ion. So that is CONH3 6 times 3 plus ion. So here the cobalt is the central metal ion and ammonia is the ligand. So there are 6 ammonia ligands are present in this complex ion. So let us discuss about the geometry and magnetic property of this complex ion. So as we know, the cobalt is the central metal ion. So first let us write the electronic configuration of the cobalt atom. Cobalt atom. So the atomic number of cobalt is 27 and its outer electronic configuration is the AR 3D7 4s2 4s2. So if you write the box representation, so this is 3D orbital. So this is 4s. This is empty 4p orbital, and this is empty 4d orbital. So in case of the cobalt atom, there are 7 electrons in the 3d orbital and 2 electrons in the 4s orbital. So let us distribute the electrons into the various orbitals. So there are 7 electrons in the 3d orbital, and let us fill the 4s electrons into the 4s orbital. So this is the ground state electronic configuration of the cobalt atom. So in this complex ion, so the cobalt is in +3 oxidation state. So therefore the electronic configuration of the cobalt ion, so the cobalt will be in +3 oxidation state. So the cobalt ion is formed when this cobalt atom loses 3 electrons. So when it loses 3 electrons, so its atomic number becomes 24. So this cobalt ion will be formed when 2 electrons from the 4s orbital, 1 electron from the 3d orbitals lost. So now the electronic configuration of the cobalt ion will become, so let us write its electronic configuration. So after losing the 3 electrons, okay, so 2 electrons will be get lost from the 4s orbital and 1 electron from the 3d orbital. So now the 3d orbital is left with the 6 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So from 4s orbital both the electrons are lost. So now this is the electronic configuration of the cobalt ion. So here in this complex, so the ammonia ligands are present. Okay, so these ammonia ligands are strong ligands. Strong ligands. Okay, so according to the valence bond theory, when strong ligands approach the central metal ion, so the unpaired electrons present in the metal ion will get paired up against the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So therefore in case of this hexaamine cobalt ion, so when these ammonia ligands approaches the cobalt ion, so the unpaired electrons, so these unpaired electrons will get paired up. Okay, so here in presence of the strong ligand ammonia, pairing takes place. So now the electronic configuration, so electronic configuration of cobalt ion, so in presence of the strong ammonia ligands. So as you know that the pairing takes place. So the unpaired electrons get paired up against the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Okay, so let us write now the electronic configuration. So this is 3D, 4s, 4p and 4d, 3d, 4s, 4p and 4d. So these unpaired electrons will get paired up. So there is one pair is already present. So these 4 electrons will form 2 pairs of electrons. Okay. So pairing takes place. So now 6 ammonia ligands will donate 6 pairs of electrons to the cobalt ion. So therefore, according to the valence bond theory, this cobalt ion should provide 6 vacant orbitals for the formation of 6 coordinate bonds. So this cobalt ion will provide 6 vacant orbitals. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means 2 orbitals from the 3d orbital, 1 orbital from the 4s orbital and 3 vacant orbitals from the 4p orbital. So that is 2 d orbitals, that is d2, 1 4s orbital and 3 p orbitals, that is p3. Okay, so therefore the cobalt ion undergoes D2sp3 hybridization. D2sp3 hybridization. Okay, so now let us write the electronic configuration of cobalt 3 plus ion, okay, after the hybridization. So that is so 3d orbital. So these 3 orbitals, so they already contains 3 pairs of electrons. So these 2 involve in the hybridization, 2 d orbitals, 1 s orbital and 3 p orbitals. So therefore 6 hybrid orbital. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is D2sp3 hybrid orbitals. Okay. So this is empty 4d orbital. So now the 6 ammonia ligands will donate 6 pairs of electrons. So therefore, when the ligands donate 6 pairs of electrons to the central metal ion, so the 6 electron pairs will going to occupy these 6 hybrid orbitals. So when the electron pairs occupies these 6 hybrid orbitals, so then let us write the electronic configuration of the complex. So that is CO NH3 6 times 3 plus. Okay, so that is, so this is 3d orbital. So already 6 electrons are present. So let us write the 6 hybrid orbitals. So these are the D2sp3 hybrid orbitals. So now the electrons donated by the ligands will be get occupied in these 6 hybrid Okay, so 6 pairs of electrons will get occupied in the D2sp3 hybrid orbitals. Okay, so now coming to the geometry of the complex. So these 6 hybrid orbitals will be directed towards the 6 corners of a regular octahedron. So that is, so cobalt will be present at the center. So the 6 hybrid orbitals will direct towards the 6 corners of a regular octahedron. So these are the coordinate bonds. So 6 ammonia ligands are present at the 6 corners of a regular octahedron. So this is an ion, 3 plus ion. Okay, so the 6 hybrid orbitals are directed towards the 6 corners of a regular octahedron. So therefore the geometry of the complex is said to be octahedral. So this complex ion, so that is hexaamine cobalt ion, has octahedral geometry. Okay. So next, let us see its magnetic properties. So as you can observe here, the electronic configuration of the complex. So no unpaired electrons are present in this complex. Okay, so no unpaired electrons are present. No unpaired electrons are present. So therefore, the geometry of the complex is diamagnetic in nature. So the complex is said to be diamagnetic in nature. So in this complex, so the inner d orbitals are used for the hybridization. See, this is inner d orbital. So this is outer d orbital. So in this complex, so the inner d orbitals are involved in the hybridization. So therefore, if in according to the valence bond theory, if inner d orbitals are involved in the hybridization, so then the complex is said to be inner orbital complex. Inner orbital complex, or you can also call it as the low spin complex. Low spin complex.